Okay, so do I just stand here or, yeah. Okay. Just tell me when you're ready. No, I'm fine. I just want to get this over with. Yep. Okay. I'm ready. My name is Private Parisa, and I'm from Eridanus too, and I'm putting out this video in search of my family. Eridanus got glassed last year, so I don't know where they are, and I don't know if they want to find me, but if they do, they can contact me through Waypoint. I'm 21. Sorry, 21 now. My birthday was last week, so. And I left home when I was 19, so I haven't seen any of them in 2 years. So if anyone from home or made it off of Eridanus to knows where they are, or if they even want to contact me, you know how. So actually, I think that's good. I'm done. Yeah, that's enough. I'm done. Start recording. So I'm sending this message out over Waypoint again. Just a new update to my family, if anyone out there is listening. Just an update on where I am, what I'm doing, and how you can reach me. It is 25:45. I'm currently, I can't say, I am on a colony fighting off the Covenant. Just a small scouting party, but we're pretty sure that means they'll be coming in with a fleet next, and I can't say anything more than that, but it's pretty quiet right now, but it feels like the quiet before the storm. Things all really go to hell. Anyway, knowing how bad things are going to get here in a little bit, I wanted to send an update to my family and let them know how things were. I am a lieutenant now with the UNSC. It feels weird to say lieutenant, but yeah. I'm in 1st Battalion from the 2 battalions that came out of Eridanus 2, and 7th Regiment, 1st Platoon. You know, I wrote down a list of things to say to you guys, but now that I'm actually doing it, I don't really want to follow the list because I don't know. I've just been thinking to myself, and the fact that I haven't heard any account of any of your deaths. I mean, no records. Granted, glass planets have bad records, but you'd think somebody would know if all of you were dead. There'd be a record somewhere on Waypoint. I even hired this weirdo to comb through the slush looking for any records of you guys, and I came up with nothing. So that was a year wasted, and I got angry, and I didn't look again for a while. So yeah, that tells me, I think, that some of you are still alive. I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. Maybe you're all dead. But I just keep thinking, if some of you are alive, which I don't know if I hope you are alive and you're just ignoring me, or that you're not alive. But if some of you are alive, I just sort of wanted to settle how things ended. I know I left at 19, and I get it. 19 is young, it's stupid. I was a kid. I did not know what I was doing, believe me. But I left at 19, and the family said it was because I was too young, but let us be honest here. Some of the family had insurrectionist ties. I mean, a lot of Iridanis too did. We know that. It was ingrained in the region. Even if the UNSC had regained control, they were never going to purge it completely. Mom denied it, but you could tell from Dad. You could tell from his silence what he really thought. And when I said that I was going to join, the look on his face. Anyway, some of the family thought that the covenant was propaganda. Do you remember that? Yeah. Well, Eridanus is a marble now, so that shows them. Oh, I don't know why I'm recording this. So it is now November of 2552. I know it's been a few years since I recorded a message, but I was just in a major battle recently, and it made me think about all of you and how thankful I am to still be alive and to be able to hope that one day I'll see you again. Because a lot of people aren't going to have that. By now, you and pretty much everybody knows about the attack on Earth last month, October 2552. I got clearance from my CEO to talk about it, so I can't say much other than what's already generally been discussed on the news, but yeah, I was there. I was in New Mombasa when it was attacked. Most of first platoon made it out, not all. We lost a few really good men, but I'm happy to say that through some extraordinary circumstances, not all of our company was gone. So I was on New Mombasa. I was supposed to help take command of the city's defense system by setting up a station at a hotel, a cute little hotel called Palace Hotel near the shopping district called Berea Plaza, and I was stationed there to kind of oversee and help with the command network, and set up the troops. And, I don't know, Berea Plaza reminded me a lot of, do you remember that shopping district back home? The one that all the shops sort of lead you to it naturally, and you get there and you're sort of faced with the store, and it feels like you're kind of trapped there because all the shops and all the streets led straight to it in like a pinch point. It was probably a marketing, ploy to get everybody to go there. But of course, instead of shopping, we were being funneled, or we were trying to funnel the Covenant in an attack. Anyway, things went south almost from the beginning, as they usually do. I mean, nobody was expecting an attack on Earth, and we did our best, but it's definitely a different situation when you're on Earth and there's civilians you've got to worry about and streets you're not familiar with. Trying to somehow evade the Covenant in a shopping mall is somehow more surreal than on an alien world. I don't know. I'd like to explain it to you one day. I'm glad you've never seen it, but it's hard to imagine. Yeah, in the battle, things went south and I got separated from some of my men, and I was holed up at the Palace Hotel trying to keep my head in the game. And a lot about my life was just, I was thinking about it. We were so lucky to grow up on Eridanus, and if Mom or Dad is alive, or any of you guys, I'm so thankful that we were raised on Eridanus. I mean, it had its flaws. Obviously, there was a big insurrectionist element, but We couldn't have asked for better schools, better towns, clean air. When I compare to some of the places I've been in the outer colonies, it's paradise. We couldn't have asked for better friends. Friends. You know, it's funny. Do you remember that little boy from down the street? Some of you would be old enough to remember. Some of you may not. A little boy that lived near our house. John, who went to school with me. Yeah. I remember, I have this memory of him. And we were swimming at Lake Gusev. You know, I've been told that beaches at lakes aren't necessarily common, but there's a beach at a lake here on Earth that reminds me a lot of Lake Gusev. I think it's called Lake Michigan. Reminds me a lot of it. And anyway, I was young, and we went swimming, John's parents and mine. I don't know if Mom and Dad, if you're listening, if you can remember. And, you know, John and I were walking along the beach, and the parents were talking, and I don't know, we just kind of waded into the water and wanted to swim. And I knew that I wasn't as strong as John was, because he was a big kid. And we were swimming out. We swam out a little farther, and I don't know, the water seemed to change. And next thing I know, I feel like I'm drowning, feet underwater. I'm just looking up at the light, kind of sparkling through the water. And I felt like I was going to drown. I panicked. I don't even know how I got down there. One moment I was swimming, next minute I wasn't. And John saved me. I don't know if you remember that. I was so freaked out. I was so scared. And he pulled me out of the water, dragged me up to the beach. You know, Mom and Dad made a big fuss. They came running over, and everyone was cooing over me and wrapped me up in a blanket and kind of scurried me away back over to our beach site and had me sit down. And then the parents, you know, eventually calmed down, and they didn't let me leave the beach towels for the rest of the visit. And John came over, and I can remember this clear as day. He came over and had a little shell with him. And he was very serious. I think he felt badly, like he had somehow almost let me drown. When he didn't, he was the one that pulled me out. And he offered me this shell very seriously, you know, and promised me that one day he would marry me and always take care of me. I know I was 6. I find that insane that I remember it this clear to this day. You know, that's the second time that's come up this year. It never really used to. I have a photo of that day of John, me, and his, you know, our parents on the beach at Lake Gusev. And when I took that box of things from the house and I left, it was a box of personal things. I didn't really go through it that quickly. I was in a rush to get home, and I didn't realize that photo was amongst those things. I probably wouldn't have taken it intentionally. When I was struggling through the academy, when I was on an alien world and I was alone and I was scared and I didn't know what I was doing and I was terrified within an inch of my life, that little photo helped get me through a lot of stuff. And I started attaching it to my tack pad in my warthog, my quarters, you know, just came with me like a lucky charm. You know, 'cause John died not long after that, if you guys remember. And, you know, it always made me kind of sad that the friendship got cut short. And I like to think that if, you know, he'd survived, he would have kept that promise. You know, he steered me up. But anyway, I'm Palace Hotel, Berea Plaza, Covenant closing in, and out of nowhere, a Spartan emerges. Yes, a Spartan. A literal, legendary, armored, mysterious UNSC figure comes emerging onto the battlefield like something mythological. It was a sight, and he came amongst some of my men that had gotten scattered. And it was so embarrassing. That photo. It has always been my lucky charm, but this time it was so embarrassing. I'm trying to attach the photo to my tack pad so it doesn't fly away and I don't lose it in the battle, because I'm in a sort of a frantic state and I need all the luck I can get. And he gives me this, I'd say judging look. I can't see with the helmet. And I told him, I kind of admitted what it was and I felt bad. And he didn't yell at me, but he did remind me that I really shouldn't have personal items with me. Yeah, it came up and I told the whole story. So that's the second time this year that I've thought about, John and Eridanus too. And the Spartan walked off and he never said anything about it, but I really need to put the photo away somewhere safe. Maybe one day when they recolonize Eridanus, I'll frame it, set it up home. And I realized something when talking to that Spartan. I'm 41 years old, and I'm starting to feel my age. I'm a lieutenant. I like what I do. I'm good at it. I'm damn good at my job. But maybe it's time to come home. I miss having a home and friends. So yeah, if you're out there, I'm coming to find you, and I'm coming home.